You're tuning to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo, and I'm coming at you with another live stream. They must see you win. It's the title of the video. That's right. They're going to see you win. They must see you win. They know you winning, and this is the reason why. They trying to do this, they trying to do that. They trying to make this, they trying to make that. All this and that ain't working because it's time for you to win. They realize you're going to win. They realize you're not with the entities. They realize you're not in fear. They realize this. They realize it. They're starting to realize you winning as time goes on. And so now that they're seeing it, so what I'm about to show you is that they realize you're about to win. And then what they do is they don't want you to talk about your winning. They don't want you to talk about your success. They don't want you to talk about what you're about to do because they don't want to see you do it. Meanwhile, they're claiming they're doing it. They claiming they're doing it. And they're not doing it because if they were doing it, they will talk about their accomplishments. Here's the kicker. They, quote unquote, accomplishments come from us. If we were not around and were to talk about what's going on, they won't have nothing to talk about. They still have nothing to talk about. That's why they must see you win. They have to see it. And when they see it, they will step down and go into other ventures. You may be asking who I'm talking about. We're going to get to that in a minute. I'm not telling you who it is. We will get to that in a minute as we get more people to come in the chat. I see we have a member in the house, Marilyn Edwards. Also, how you doing, Marissa Eldridge? Good to see you, ladies. How's your day so far? Let me know in the chat how your day is so far. I've been off the site for about a half an hour. Pretty decent day, I may add. Got up early, did what I needed to do. And now they'll let me know later on what's gonna be. It's a day by day. It is what it is. I already know. I dealt with them before. So they let you know, dispatch let you know what time it is. Busy, not busy. I know this will get me back to Florida regardless. That's why I'm like, it is what it is. When it's busy, they'll call me. If it's not busy, they won't call me. I'll just do what I need to do. Something better than nothing. That's how I look at it. Something that I know is better than just doing YouTube and periodically doing odd jobs. To me, it's a little bit more consistent. Being what's left in this Ibarasi NYC. That's how I look at it. It is what it is. You don't see me complaining, crying, doom and gloom. I get the volume. If it's not busy, they got their veterans that's been there for a long time. They got to make sure they're good. It is what it is. She said, been busy cleaning, finally taking a break. Okay, Marissa Edwards, nothing wrong with that. Marilyn Edwards said, it's going very good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank y'all for liking the video. Let's continue to get the likes up. You already know the routine. If you do support, I will shout you out on the Cash App. If you support the Super Chat, I will read the Super Chat. Or if you just support, either way, you will be gladly appreciated. All right, so let's get to the person in question you may ask. That's what you're here for. Because see, every time something comes up, it must be talked about. So let's get to the person in question, because you got to look at it between the lines. Now, I haven't looked at this person's content whatsoever. Okay, that's not the one, it's the other one. Okay, hold on 1 second while we get it ready. Hold on, I'm missing a word. Hold on 1 second. All right, let's get to the person in question. Y'all know who this is. Now he's wearing the same components as New Bonnet. Y'all noticed that, right? Now he's wearing Altar Blue. He's wearing Altar Blue too, right? So now he did this video. One day ago. He did it November 17, 2024. So he went in an upload response. Okay, so this is a response. Let's hear what he has to say. Let me get the volume up. Here we go. Fair use, fair use.
Peace and blessings, man. It's Mark the Messenger. We're back in our video, man. This one's gonna be about keeping your mouth shut, keeping the things that you got going on in your life privately.
He's saying you need to keep your mouth shut. What you got going on privately. Why are you telling people to keep their mouth shut? Because you don't want them to win. So you believe if somebody says something, you're going to be the one who don't want to see them win. You want them to shut their mouth. You don't want them to have anything. You want them to struggle. You want to live off their pain and agony and doom and gloom. And so that's not working. Now you want people to shut their mouth up for winning. When there was many times in the Bible, people celebrated victories for our people when they did what they're supposed to do righteously. There was a celebration for that. You want to push people to win, not push people to lose. Let's rewind this video.
Peace and blessings, man. It's Mark the Messenger. We're back in our video, man. This one's gonna be about keeping your mouth shut, keeping the things that you got going on in your life privately, walking in silence, moving in silence. There's many reasons why.
For a person to talk about doom and gloom, now you want to tell people what to do, and he's not doing it himself. Looking sad, submission to his lady. He can't do what he used to do because it's not in him. He wants to wear it on him. You get the drift? Let's continue.
It's so important in your life to not tell people your goals, not tell people your plans. There's many, even throughout the Bible, God says to do things in secret. He says to give to the poor in secret. He says to pray in secret.
You have spoken about how much you gave to the poor in your videos. You want to be naive now all of a sudden? You talked about how you give to the poor. In many times of your videos, you talked about how you contribute behind the scenes in your videos. So now you want to tell people what they're supposed to do and you're not doing it yourself? Make that make sense. Let's continue.
Secret, or pray in private, secret, same thing. He says to, fast in private and secret,
You told people how many days you fast. How many people that's been watching him? He told people how many days he fasts. Put it two in the chat if you recall him saying, hey, I fast for this amount of time. This is how I got to this next step, or what he calls level up. He talked about that. Now he's telling people what is in the Bible, yet he brags to the people. I fast this amount of days. I did fasting on semen retention this amount of time. I went without doing this, doing that a certain amount of time. You can't make this up. Let's continue.
And he rewards you openly and publicly. So, and that's not just the only 3 things. There's many other things too, but it's always God, instructed us to do certain things in private, okay? Now, one is mostly because we wanted to be hypocrites. We want to be doing things to be seen by man.
You do things to be seen by man. You do things to be seen by man. So why you're not reaching a congregation of people, more likely exceptions. Yeah, come on, man. You being a hypocrite. The reason why he's doing this video is because he knows that we winning and it's bothering him. So now he wants to do damage control. That's what it's really about. This is crazy. Let's go.
To gain their approval. Oh, he's righteous, he's praying, he's fasting, look how holy he is. Like, no, that has nothing to do about that. But one of the main things, because there's 2 main things, reasons why, when you got plans, we're going into a new year, we're going into 2024. I know the actual new year doesn't start till springtime, but we're in Babylon, where everyone's confused, so we're under the Roman Catholic calendar.
The point is what? The point is what? You're going to do the same thing you was doing this year, going into quote-unquote 2025 next year, and the list goes on and on and on. However it may be. You're going to continue to do the doom and gloom, the fear tactics. Then you're going to talk about relationships here and there. Then you're going to talk about problems. Then you're not going to talk about, you're going to claim you know solutions. You don't have that in you. Let's continue.
Calendar, okay? But we're going to the 2024, New Year's. Usually people got new goals, new plans, new achievements they want to accomplish. And please understand this, guys. All your goals that you have going forward into the new year, or, I tell people to start today. The minute you have something.
Now somebody's coming out their house, like wondering, what's this guy doing on the roof? Talking. Let's continue.
That you want to change about yourself, do it now. Don't procrastinate. The longer you procrastinate, the longer it is you're gonna actually achieve that goal. Okay, so the main thing, guys, when we tell people our goals and plans, okay, now I'm gonna go over the spiritual aspect into it a little bit with the physical.
Here we go again with the physical aspect, spiritual aspect. Here we go.
Physical aspect. We get a dopamine rush out of it just by telling people, I want to do this and that. I want to do this and that. You're telling people your goals, but you haven't even took the start to actually, put your foot on the pedal to actually achieve those goals.
He's trying to say I have not achieved no goals. Now, you folks in the chat, have I not achieved any goals, or I have achieved goals? I want the chat to let this fool know your perspective. Have I achieved goals, or have I not achieved goals? Because he's talking about, well, I know I've been bench pressing you, Rollo. You're not supposed to tell people what you're about to do. You're not supposed to tell people you're going back to Florida. You're not supposed to tell people you work in South Connesly. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do that. And then he's saying about the other brothers in Cole, yeah, they winning, man. How they winning? I got a huge channel. They're getting more support than me. He's crying about them winning. He's crying about me about to win even more again. And you the people that's tuning in. He can't do lives no more. He has to do uploads. He can't do lives. Lives is not for him. He don't want to deal with the people. So he just want to do a quick live, do a quick 15 minutes so he can get them likes up and views and still miserable. You got all this stuff going on with the world and you're miserable. Why? Because you didn't get it from God. Because if you would have got it from the Most High, you would have been appreciative of it. So we know you don't rep the Most High. It is what it is. You're too concerned about what's going on with me. So concerned. Let's continue.
Okay, so it's so important, guys. The plans and goals you have, don't tell nobody. Even if you have big plans, even if you're actually putting in the work already, keep it to yourself, okay? Because
why does he want it to be keep to yourself? Why does he want you to keep it to yourself? Why do you want me to keep it to myself? Closed mouths don't get fed. If the people don't know what's going on, they just gonna assume. Now, that's not to say the people don't know what's going on with me for the most part. However, if I don't talk, I don't get fed. And the people don't get fed. More importantly. So now he's telling everybody, you should shut your mouth up about what you're gonna do. Then how is the people gonna know what you're up to if they're watching you? You're disrespecting the folks that's watching you. So now you want them to be quiet. So now you're gonna cry, oh, my views low, my money low. Anyway, let's continue.
because your fruits are people are gonna see the work you put in. You don't have to tell people nothing. Now, if someone asks you personally, hey, what goals do you have another goal-oriented friend, and you see that he's like-minded, and you want to surround yourself too, guys. If you got big dreams, big goals, and you want to become something in life, you're on yourself improvement. You're saying discipline, motive.
Now he's using what Ring was talking about. I've been speaking about it for a long time. You want to be around people that's winning. You want to be around people that's winning, that's doing something with their life. You don't want to be around people that's saying they winning and they're not really winning. You don't got time to be wasting with people who don't want to go where you're going. So now you're going to use my talking point, Ringo aberrations and brainwaves aberrations, and Pastor Lucas, who's doing big things for his people. Let alone he come by show love to us. Elder Muladasar, the person you disrespect, he got a lot of connections. Yeah, you look at his numbers. Well, he ain't got the numbers, so I ain't going to respect him. This is the reason why you're in this situation. You ain't going to continue to go a down spiraling. Let's continue.
Things of that nature, right? You're encouraged. You want to surround yourself with like-minded people. You don't want to surround yourself with people.
You say the same thing that Nubana is saying. Compute.
People who are on the path of destruction, because misery loves company, and the evil community.
I'm glad you said that, because you love misery, you love that type of company, and you like to corrupt good manners. Let's continue.
Communications corrupt your good manners. Not only does it corrupt your good manners, it will corrupt you from achieving your goals, because they stay down here. Okay, you're up here, you're climbing, you're leveling up, and most people on the other path, they're going down. So you want to make sure you're conscious and aware of your surroundings. Okay.
I don't want to be around high-level devils like yourself, whatsoever. Who want to be around high, successful devils that is draining other people, and they have nothing to look forward to? Let's continue.
So that's one thing that God has put into my spirit. And I was talking to one of my homeboys a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to tell him my goals and plans, but something in me.
Hold on. Listen to this. Listen.
Surroundings, okay? So that's one thing that God has put into my spirit. And I was talking to one of my homeboys a couple weeks.
Who's your homeboy? You say you ain't got no friends. You say you ain't got no friends 2 weeks ago. Now you talking to who? Who you talking to? Nubonic? Other people on the internet? Who is it? Let's continue.
Weeks ago, and I wanted to tell him my goals and plans, but something in me, it's like the Holy Spirit's like, no, don't tell him, don't speak. He was telling me his goals, and that was cool. I was like, oh, that's dope. I love to surround myself with people who actually have plans and who are actually going somewhere, or at least aspiring to. You don't have to be.
Now he's all over the place. He's all over the place when it came to that conversation. Let's continue.
At least you're trying, right? Taking steps. And something in me, guys, was like, nah, I'm not, because the thing that I told him I was trying to achieve, I was struggling big time with it for the past 4 or 5 months. And I'm not gonna even say this on this video, guys. So, I know.
He said he was struggling for the 5 months to do a video. What are you talking about struggling? Let's rewind back.
At least you're trying, right? Taking steps. And something in me, guys, was like, nah, I'm not, because the thing that I told him I was trying to achieve, I was struggling big time with it for the past 4 or 5 months.
And y'all supposed to take this person serious, right? Y'all supposed to take this person serious. Anyway, let's continue.
And I'm not gonna even say this on this video, guys. So, I noticed I stopped telling him that, right? And ever since, guys, that the goal that I've been achieving, I've been consistent every single day, man. I can't make this up. It's because when we tell people what we do, it's like we feel like we already accomplished it. It's like that dopamine rush I told you that we get. And in this matrix society we're living in this Babylon system we're living in, it's like they're all getting us to be dopamine addicts, okay? Drugs, alcohol, overeating.
So now he's saying about overeating, drugs, alcohol. So he's claiming I'm overeating. He's claiming that I'm not taking care of myself or anybody else that's going through whatever they're going through with weight. So he's disrespecting people that is trying to lose the weight, trying to get back into the best shape. He's saying that I'm drinking a lot, I'm on substance, which is not true. You look older than me, and I'm about to be 46. You about to be 32 next year, and you looking older than me. You're looking way older than me. How's that possible? So I wouldn't be talking if I were you. Let's continue.
Binge watching Netflix shows and all that, playing video games and getting those dopamine achievements. It's like, now of course you want to have a balance, but
now he's disrespecting brainwaves. He's disrespecting brainwaves because brainwaves talk about video games. He's disrespecting Ringo because Ringo plays video games. He's jealous of them playing video games and being successful at it. He's jealous because brainwaves talked about how his son had a conversation with Mr. Beast and others that's known, prominent content creators in that stream service. It is what it is. Jealousy, jealousy, jealousy. Let's continue.
It's just corrupting us, man. So we want to always make sure.
How's video games corrupting? How's video games corrupting? I'm telling you, this guy be making so much stuff up. Let's go.
Guys, when it comes to your plans, your goals, your dreams, your visions, and all that type of stuff that you have for yourself in the future and your family, make sure you keep that to yourself. Don't tell nobody nothing, because like I said, your fruits in due time, they're going to show. People are going to see it. People,
Then I tell you that they seeing it right now. He's talking about me because we already know Ringo doing his great thing and Brainwave's doing great things. So he's really talking about me in the situation, and he knows that they're going to the next step. They keep getting greater and greater and greater, and it's bothering him. It's bothering him. He's frustrated. He's frustrated. Let's continue.
No matter what. And then when you accomplish your goals, and you can tell, oh yeah, I did this and that. I was moving in silence. One thing
So he's mad I'm moving back to Florida. He's mad I talk about going to Florida. He's mad that it's happening. He wants it to stop and get a good laugh. Ha 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 ha. You stuck in New York. Ha 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 ha. He's wishing I'd be stuck in New York. And what he's trying to say is, how come you've been doing all these videos and you still in New York? That's what he's saying. He's like, you wasting your time. I'm not wasting my time speaking the truth. Everything will come accordingly. And that, I don't have to speak on that. It's happening. It may not have happened on YouTube. I just found something that I will be working towards and going back regardless. You got a lot of explaining to do to your audience real soon. That's all I gotta say. Let's continue.
I notice in live, guys, the people who always come to me, and not all of them, of course, but most of the time, they're telling me their dreams and goals, and every time we hang out, they're always telling me that, but I don't see nothing. It's because they're...
Who you hanging out with? Who you hanging out with? No, what he's saying is, I'm hanging around Rollo more so, because he hangs around me more so, right? And I don't see nothing going on. I guarantee you, once I go back to Florida, he'll be back in my chat. Once he see I'm in the Sunshine State, y'all hold me to it. Most I see fit. Once I get back to the Sunshine State, he will be in the chat. He's not going to do it right now. New Connie will be back one more time. This dude right here, once I be in Florida, and he knows I'm in Florida, watch him come in the chat. Let's continue.
Getting the dopamine rush off of telling people what they're trying to do, but they're not even doing nothing. It's like they feel like they already accomplished it. So make sure, don't tell no one your goals, your plans. Just keep your mouth shut, especially when guys.
He's telling me to keep my mouth shut. He probably done dropped off. He was watching, he done dropped off. He probably one of the 3 that dropped off. Because you know they watch. Okay, the 3 came back. The 3 people came back. He might be one of the 3 watching. Now he's telling me to keep my mouth shut. Let's continue.
God's blessing you. Now let's talk about the spiritual aspect of it, okay? When God wants to bless you, there's usually a demon, there's usually a devil who comes to try to steal the blessing, because we all know.
Did you hear that? Did you hear what he admit he's doing? Listen again.
God wants to bless you, there's usually a demon, there's usually a there's usually a demon, there's usually a devil who you. There's usually a demon, there's usually a devil you. There's usually a demon, there's usually a devil who you. There's usually a demon, there's usually a devil you. There's usually a demon, there's usually a devil who.
They always tell you who they are. Let's continue.
Who comes to try to steal the blessing, because we all know what the enemy comes to do, to steal, kill, and destroy, okay?
And he's admitting what he was part of. Let's continue.
So let's say, for instance, right? You about to get married. Maybe you found your husband, you found
Listen.
Your wife, and you want to tell your friends, oh yeah, I'm about to get married. Oh yeah.
He's not even married. So for him to talk about marriage, you're not married, dude. You're not married to the lady you have babies by. Let's continue.
I met the love of my life, this and that, blah, 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 blah. And you telling your friends who are single, you telling your friends, who don't have a man or who don't have a woman, they're going to feel some type of way. And they're going to try to plant seeds in your mind to make it seem like, oh, why are you going to marry her? Why are you going to marry him? This is spiritual.
So this guy don't want to see people happy because he's not happy in his situation. He's not happy in his situation all along. How you doing, Life with the Jones family? Good to see you. Salute to you and your husband. I see Gota in the house and Simply Natural Black Life. What's going on?
Warfare, man. And it's not just with marriage. Anything else in life too. When it's linked to God's will in your life, oh, the devil's gonna. He's gonna manifest, and he's gonna work through. Like I told you guys all the time, man.
He's always praising his father, the devil. That's who he comes from. He's the Edomite. He's not part of the tribe. No, he's not married to that lady. The lady he's with is connected to New Bonnet. They're cousins. His lady and New Bonnet's lady is cousins. They both cousins. I spoke about that before. So I'll bring it up one more again. They have not debunked what I said. If you go look back at one of his videos, one of his podcast videos, you see the photo of his lady. You already know how New Bonnet lady looks like, the one that's pregnant right now. That's going to conceive this week. They both cousins. They're cousins. Some way, somehow, they've been knowing each other for a long time. This guy, Narc, aka Mark the Messenger, knows New Breed over 7 years. He comes from the semen retention community, and New Bonnet comes from the pro-black, and somehow they interconnected 7 years ago. Young Steel, they stole all his material, and Young Steel lost a lot. Young Steel lost a lot. He was interacting with them. So, yeah, let's continue.
Devil works through people who don't have the Holy Spirit, who don't know God, who don't know the Most High. That's what he.
Why would somebody come in here and ask me a dumb question? Yes, I'm cool with Ringo TV reaction. We good. This has got to be one of the entities that rock with Mark, New Bonnet, or definitely Train No Genius. Come in your real account or rock with Reg's platform, more likely. Come in your real account. I don't got time for these fake accounts. Anyway, let's continue.
He works through, and a lot of us guys, we surround her. I mean, this is the matrix we live in. Not many people are on the narrow path. Not many people are set apart. Okay, you're the chosen few, and it's just like, and God woke you up first. It doesn't mean that the people around you can't be chosen too. It's just,
here we go with this chosen narrative. Author of confusion. Let's continue.
it's a matter of time God waking them up. And see, sometimes God will put you around certain people so you could be the light, so you could get them to change. Just
how you gotten people to change? What have you done and shown for people to change their ways? Nobody has come and say you changed their ways. Financially, you have not changed their ways. Spiritually, you have not changed their ways. To look into what you're talking about, to let them do their own research, you don't have that gift to do that. You are a fraud. That says it in the face. Fraud. I'm a fraud.
From not even you talking, it's just a light that you bear, the spirit, and people seeing your fruits in due time. Like, dang, like, you know, a lot of people around me, they didn't believe that my YouTube channel was gonna blow up. I didn't believe that either, you know. But
he said that he didn't believe his YouTube channel wasn't gonna blow up. No, when you make that deal with Lou Bonnet, and y'all had some scheming going on, stealing off of Young Still, stealing off the other communities, and capitalize off it. That's how y'all got your channel made, by stealing off of real talent content creators who didn't get a buzz. You use their energy, Young Still and others, you use their energy, use it as your talking point, and capitalize. And you have not sent them $1, you have not sent them any funds. And that's another thing of why you're not going to be very successful entity, because you have not given back to the people. You have stole from us too. I didn't get the views I deserve to get. You capitalized off of the Pop the Balloon thing. You used the same thumbnail and you made a good amount of money. I didn't make that much on it. I don't make that much on YouTube. I really don't. At the same time, I would not go as far as you went and still offer other people just to make money. You're not living right, and the money is not right with you. Yeah, you're kind of successful, you're doing this and doing that, yet your consciousness and your spirit is not fed well. Whereas me, the little I have, I'm chilling. And I stay in the most highest, for now, the most highest tax bracket in the country. And I have to provide not only services for myself, provide services for my lady. They got to do what they got to do in the meantime. And then I got managing 2 places in Florida, and I got a place in Jamaica. That's a lot of responsibility. It's like having a family, because it's like I have 3 different locations. You can't even manage one location. You getting all these views off live, manipulating the people, and now you act like you got the answer. You don't have no connection. Yet people believe in what you say because they just love to hear lies. I put in a lot of work in Pop the Balloon. A lot of work. I talk about the men, I talk about the women, who's gonna get connected, who has the opportunity, and it don't get pushed. And like I told people, I knew I wasn't gonna make that much this month, because now they messing with the funds right now with YouTube. I should have been over $100. If y'all knew how much I have, you'd be shocked. That's because they reporting me. And so they reporting me, they cast a spell on my channel. The money was doing real good. Now it's really bad. So I'm glad I got some work. I can't depend on YouTube for taking care of my responsibilities. It's a good thing I saved at the time of the incident. Now I have to start recuperating that money back. So they basically making sure my channel doesn't get the push. Let's see, when people report your channel, then my thing goes yellow. It don't stay green. Then I gotta get it reviewed. It's a lot. It takes a lot. It's draining. At the same time, here this guy complaining, yet everything seemed on the up and up for him. Yet look at his countenance, miserable because he's doing it the wrong way. I wouldn't want to live like that. Anyway, let's continue.
I was never ashamed of my faith. I never was ashamed of telling people about the love I have for God, the love I have for Jesus, and what He did for me, and things of that nature. You know, some people mocked and scoffed, some people laughed at me, some people belittled me because I was one of the 100,000 people who actually decided to, you know, walk with God when I was young.
You use it in blasphemy. You don't care for the Most High, just like you did the semen retention and other things. You use other people's talking points to capitalize. You don't believe in the Most High. You don't even care for your lady, for your children, and for the people. However, you would love to use them, how Satan always loved to use people, drain them, and then spit them out and kick them to the curb. Let's continue.
Now, fast forward 5, 6 later, these people are now watching my videos. Now, oh, congratulations, Mark, and things of that nature. Okay, so, you know, they're gonna belittle you, they're gonna scoff, they're gonna mock, but in due time, just like Joseph, we all know what happened to Joseph, right? Where his own brother.
You see what he does? He loves to bring up current scenarios as if he's part of us. That's what Edomite does, and people actually believe this nonsense. This is crazy. Let's continue.
Wanted to take him out of the game, you know, and then, you know, in due time, now they're coming to him for bread. You know, now they're looking up to him. Okay, that's what God will do. God will do that in your life. Stay obedient.
I will not come to look for you for anything. I'm not taking any financial support off you devils whatsoever. No, not happening. Now the exchange of the wicked's wealth is coming to the righteous and just do. That is scripture. So let's continue.
Stay on the path. Continue staying set apart. Okay, because please understand this, guys. If God has a blessing, God's will in your life, best believe the enemy is gonna come. He's gonna manifest. He's gonna work through your friends, your family, your loved ones, people you would never expect, because that's how the devil works. Okay, so always keep that in mind, guys. Keep your mouth shut. Okay, because one thing about the breakthrough, one thing about the blessing, God shows you, if you're anointed, if you're walking that straight and narrow, God.
You know what he's saying is that if you're anointed, you shouldn't have a problem getting support. I don't have a problem getting support. That's the thing you don't understand. I don't have a problem getting support. People support me when they're supposed to support me. The thing is, you try to indicate your life as if my life sucks. You're trying to say, well, your brothers are doing great. I'm glad they're doing great. Why I don't want them to do great? I want them to do more great. Why I don't want to see Ringo do great? And to Steve, and Brainwave, and Mr. Rufus, and Elder Tawakasar. Why I don't want to see those family men who are actually family men do great for their future generation, for themselves, and for their wives. You got a lady, nobody got a lady, yet your structure sucks. I don't care for the views. You care for the views. You need the views. My thing will change around once I reach back to Florida. You can put whatever you're trying to do, it's going to ricochet right back to y'all. So if you're doing some stuff you're not supposed to do, may the Most High ricochet it right back to y'all. Let's continue.
God will show you before it comes, bro. He'll give you dreams, or he'll just speak to you, like you could just feel it. Like you don't know what it is. Like you don't know what it is, but like you could just feel something big happen. You could feel it. And don't ignore that feeling. Continue staying on the right path. And remember, spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare.
Yeah, that's what you're trying to push. It's not going to work. Whatever you're trying to do to me or New Bonnet or any of you entities, it's going to ricochet right back to you. Let's continue.
Have the armor of God on, because devil's coming. He's going to try to take your blessings away. So stay sober. Be watchful. Okay, and understand the times that we're in.
And I'm watching what you're talking about too, because you're part of that occultic. Let's continue.
Okay, so if God has a blessing for you, don't even tell your mom, bro. Don't tell no.
He said, don't tell your mom, don't tell nobody. He don't like the fact that most guys have a relationship with their mom or with their father or certain siblings. You know what I'm saying? He has an issue with that. He's jealous of that. Let's continue.
Nobody. Keep it between you and God. And like I said, guys, the minute you start to tell people, oh yeah, God gave me this. Oh, I'm about to get that. I'm about to get this. I'm about to get this. Remember, we're dealing with spirits, people. Okay, we're dealing with spirits. You can't tell a bad spirit good news. You can't.
Hey, some bad spirits watch my channel. Some bad spirits try to do whatever they do. I'm going to ricochet right it back to them. I'm not going to be in fear of what I'm going to do or what I'm going to announce. I'm not in fear. Fear is when you let the entity take everything from you. He wants you to be in fear. I'm not in fear. Let's continue.
Do that. No, you can't tell a bad spirit good news because they're going to take the information. They're going to take the good news you're giving them and they're going to try to make it bad. They're going to try to make it miserable. They're going to try to.
You see all this fear he's pushing? Let's continue.
Plant seeds in your mind, but that's not the person. That's just the devil using that person. Remember, because like I said, we don't, like the Bible says, we don't battle against flesh and blood. Okay, you have to know the spirits that you're dealing with when it comes to these individuals. And like I said, a lot of people, guys, most people of this world, 99% of them, and that's being generous, it's really like 99.9% of people.
99.9%. So now he's talking about him being 1% wicked, and I'm 1% righteous. It is what it is. I'm 1% righteous, you 1% wicked. Look at that fugazi faith. Let's continue.
Do not have the Holy Spirit, okay? A lot of people, and some people who claim they do, just playing church, just being religious, okay?
That's you for the most part. That's you for the most part. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Can you hear me loud and clear? Okay, before we get back to the video, what's wrong with these women they are with? They are just as crazy as they behind supporting these groups. Well, people love to support lies. They love to support lies. That's on them. Nothing surprises me. Let me rewind back a little bit. I had a phone call, so I lost my train of thought. Hold on, here we go.
A lot of people, and some people who claim they do, just playing church, just being religious, okay? Still in love with the world. It's fake.
He's still in love with the world. We get the things of this world, we're not of the world. That's the difference. And I'm just paraphrasing. Anyway, let's continue.
Okay, so always understand that. Keep it to yourself. And then when the blessing's about to manifest, God will show your enemies too. Okay, God will show.
Yeah, he's going to show y'all what I'm about to get into. You're definitely right about that. Let's rewind it again.
Understand that. Keep it to yourself. And then when the blessing's about to manifest, God will show your enemies too.
Yeah, he's going to show y'all what time it is. Let's continue.
Okay, God will show you your enemies before the blessing comes. And the lawnmower just came out. Come on, bro. But that's the end of this message, guys. Don't tell people your plans because, like I said, the dopamine rush, keep that to yourself.
Now he's using that as an excuse as to why he has to end the video. This demon has a problem with the lawnmower. You know what that means? He has an issue with Ringo and what he's doing. He has an issue with Brainwaves and what he's doing. Elder Karadasai, Mr. Lucas, and myself. He has an issue with what we're doing. Listen again. If he don't do no work in his own place, well, his lady's place, excuse me. He don't do no gardening. He don't do nothing. He don't do no work around the house. Let's continue.
The lawnmower just came out. Come on, bro. But that's the end of this message, guys. Don't tell people your plans because, like I said, the dopamine rush, keep that to yourself. Okay, and also number 2, spiritual warfare, because the devil's gonna try to come to stop it. But whatever God brings together,
the enemy ain't gonna stop nothing. Your entities ain't gonna stop nothing, and your father of lies ain't gonna stop nothing because I'm not in fear. I'm gonna get mine regardless, the righteous way. You understand? Why y'all live miserably through your money. I don't have to live miserably through what I get. You live miserably through Satan's economy. Let's continue.
let no
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check your
man separate. All right, what's up, family? I know it's like, what?
Now he wanna be in the vehicle. Now he wanna be in the vehicle. Look at this. Here we go.
7 hours later, I'm in my car now. The thing was too loud. I didn't want the audio to mess up, but I definitely do want to add on to this video, and it's a little testimony on how, every time I would tell someone my goals and my plans, or especially ever since I started walking this narrow path, whatever God had for me, like I told you guys, like God will show you what he's going to give you before he does. He will show you.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Using the Most High name in vain, ain't you? That's why you got that worrisome look. All right, let's continue, y'all. He got that worrisome look. Let's see what he says.
He'll show you, and you'll feel it. You'll feel it. Now you won't know exactly what it is, but a blessing is coming. Like God informs you, and see, when God's informing you that the blessing is coming, when you feel it in your spirit, you're about to reap a harvest because you sowed good seeds. Okay, you were doing the will of God. You were, seeking God's kingdom daily, His righteousness. Doing what you got to do as a man or as a woman, and the blessing is gonna come. And see, God will tell you because He knows that the enemy is gonna come too. So God will instruct you with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So this wisdom that I've been giving on in this video, guys, don't tell people your plans. Don't tell people what you got going on.
Fear, doom and gloom. Fear, doom and gloom. Let's continue.
Because misery loves company, and
I'm not worrying about the people that's miserably about me. I'm more focusing on making sure I'm doing my part for the Lord, that He sees fit, and I will be taken care of. That's what is happening. You concerned about what everybody think about you, and you're not doing anything to change it. That's why you're getting worse and worse and worse. You don't want in fear, not us. Let's continue.
Miserable people, they want you to be miserable with them, and that's one thing that I learned in life.
I would not invite people like you around me. I learned dealing with New Bonnet. You can't have everybody around you because they will try to mess up your plans. I was supposed to meet this character 2 times. The Most High made sure that didn't happen because He knew you was up to no good. All right, let's continue.
Life. So if you guys have your goals and you want to crush them, you want to accomplish them, I advise you just keep it to yourself. If you have anything that's linked to God's will, don't even tell your church members, bro. Like, seriously, guys, this is spiritual warfare, okay? When you're set apart, it's just you're different. You're different from average people.
He's talking about he's different from the average people. Yet the average people is the one supporting your platform. The ones you disrespect support your platform. I tell you, you can't make this up. Let's go.
It doesn't. When I say different, it doesn't mean that you're better than them. I'm not saying that.
You're saying it. You're saying it. And when you are with the Most High, you're better than people that don't want to do right. It is what it is. Let's continue.
Not in an egotistic way. It's just that God has called you to be set apart, and He requires something different from the other people. Remember, new levels, new devils, and when you're at a higher level, God requires much from you. Okay, remember.
What have you done for the Most High since you got all this stuff going on? Zero zitch, pushing fear, doom and gloom. Let's continue.
The Bible says much is given, much is required. So when God's leveling you up, and this is why people don't level up in life, it's because they're so accustomed to doing what they were always doing. But now leveling up, you got to be uncomfortable. You got to go through those things.
You see, using my talking point. Let's rewind that. Using my talking point. Listen,
They're so accustomed to doing what they were always doing. But nah, leveling up, you got to be uncomfortable. You got to
Level up, you gotta be uncomfortable. Listen,
go through those stages of being uncomfortable, and that's where growth comes in hand. So that's where you're gonna grow, even though it's uncomfortable, and keep on doing what God has for you. Okay, so always understand this, guys.
and
Please.
that's why I'm doing what the Lord is telling me to do. And that's responding to you and let you know that you're full of ish. You didn't get it the right way. You got it through stealing from people. It's one thing if you did things on your own and the numbers speak for itself. No, you didn't get it the right way. Let's continue.
Please. I know someone has to hear this message. Do not tell people. Some of you guys right now have a blessing coming, have a breakthrough coming, or you just
Listen to this part again. Listen to this.
please. I know someone has to hear this message. Do not tell people. Some of you guys right now have a blessing coming, have a breakthrough coming, or you just got big goals you're about to crush. You've been dedicated. You started praying, asking God for for the strength, whatever the case may be that you got going on. Keep it to yourself. Okay, keep it to yourself. Remember, we don't deal with people. We're dealing with spirits, and many people of this world, they don't have the Holy Spirit. Some people,
Meaning you happen to be one of the many. Let's continue.
they may disguise themselves as a Holy Spirit, but it's really just a religious spirit. Okay, so
Like yourself, you over religious.
you have to use your discernment. And it's just like I said, guys, this is best not to tell nobody. Now, if God puts it in your spirit to tell someone, then that's cool. I'm not here to say don't tell no one, everyone, but God tells the person in your spirit to tell that person, then hey, do what you gotta do. But personally, for me, I just taking heed to God's warnings. And like I said, guys, there's a lot of times where God showed me the blessing was coming. I had a big mouth. I started telling people, and ended up backfiring me. And I don't want this to happen to you. Now, of course, whatever God, blesses, no man could destroy.
That's right. There you go. The entity had to tell the truth. At the same time, he don't practice it. All right, let's continue.
But at the same time, you don't want to deal with the headache. You don't want to deal with the stress. You don't want to deal with any of that, the bad vibes. You don't want to deal with that from these bad spirits that we deal with here in this matrix. So once again, guys, if you guys made this far, if you guys made it to this part of this video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe. All right, peace out, guys.
All right. Hey, the chat is quiet. There's a lot of people watching. The chat is quiet. I know many of you at the site right now. So, hey, thank you for all tuning into the show. I pretty much covered what I needed to cover. So, hey, that's pretty much about it. So, the Life of the Jones family, thank you for tuning in. Also, member in the house, Marilyn Edwards, and also Marissa Eldridge. Thank you for all tuning into the show. I don't see anybody got anything to say, to add on to the conversation. So keep doing your thing at the site, and whatever you got going on, continue to see those winnings. That's all that matters, and keep repping the Most High. I may come back on later on. It all depends. I'm gonna make some things right now, get some stuff clear out, because my mind is on Florida right now. You get what I'm saying? And so I try to be on as much as possible. I just gotta make sure I rest, reserve my energy for the site, and the list goes on. So I got off a little bit earlier because it wasn't that busy. It is what it is. I already know how these people roll. So within the time frame, I'm like this. I'll get to the goal I'm supposed to get to. You know what I'm saying? And that's about that. I appreciate y'all for supporting me from time to time. Also being in the chat consistently. That means a lot. I appreciate that. And so when y'all do support, that helps along the initiative of what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will see the things that I have that is in Florida. There's a lot of things I have been giving away to the people here, because I'm not bringing certain things with me here down there. I'm not bringing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, me personally, like, I'm glad I transferred a lot of the stuff to Florida in due season because now I would have had a lot of stuff here that I don't really need. So it's a lot of stuff I'm going to leave behind. So that's what's going on. So if you do support, I will shout you out on the next video. You already know the routine. I'll send you an emoji. I'm glad that Forever Studios got over 900 subscribers. Let's continue to see him grow. We see the numbers of Trending with Sharice, her views and support is starting to pick up a little bit. Real Topics, you know, she's been busy. Both of them ladies been busy. Dario, I seen a peak. Dario, congratulations, you got 30,000 views. It's just that if you had your video monetized, you have your thing with Super Chat. I have to talk to Dario because she don't have her video monetized for whatever reason. She has to watch time, so you cannot get Super Chat if you're not monetized. So I don't know why she don't monetize her videos, because when she did those classic videos, she got 40, 50,000. I was very happy for her. So imagine if she was monetized. Green, that thing went green. Ooh, she would have got a good, depending on the CPM. And she had a 900 people on her chat. She had 900 people on her shorts. Woo-wee. Hey, Dario, if you're listening, I think you should jump on that a little bit more. Talk about interracial stuff and balance it out. That's your niche right there. You had some crazy folks. At the same time, they did give you a view. And if you monetize your channel, I know you're doing your working thing. At the same time, you should monetize your videos, Dario. You would have got yourself a good, decent bag. You know what I'm saying? Because let me check her thing real quick. Hold on, let me check before I go. That was good to see. Now, I didn't participate because I was doing my own thing. I just happened to peek when she talked about it. Let me go to her popular. So she got 13,000 views 7 days ago. She got 20,000 views. So she would have got it was a high peak. She would have got about $2,000, $3,000. She would have got $2,000, $3,000 the following month. Yeah. She would have got $2,000 because through all her total views, she had a high volume. Yeah, she definitely gonna have to get her video monetized. She got the membership thing. I don't know why she don't monetize her videos. I have to ask her why. Because she truly believes in the Super Chat and the membership. That's a smart business. At the same time, you know, you want to monetize your videos. Some content creators don't monetize their videos. They need the Super Chat, the membership, and they do pretty good. So I'm just going to give her a word of encouragement. I talked about that with her before. Because what she talked about last week, she finally broke the code. Anyway, that's pretty much about it, y'all. I ain't got anything else to say. Thank y'all for tuning in, liking the video, sharing the video. Like with the Jones family, when you and your hubby gonna do content, when y'all gonna do content, y'all should be doing some content for real. It'll be good for y'all to continue to do some shorts, do some skits together, get the channel booming. I mean, you're very, very, very intelligent people. So yeah, that's pretty much about it, y'all. I'm gonna get on out of here. Peace.